Greetings to you out there, in here, and everywhere. I'm your host, Majesty, and this is another session of Majesty's music lesson. Hope you're feeling airy and everything is evolving in a positive manner, regardless of what might not be so positive elsewhere. And you know, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you need positivity, that's what you have to program around you from your own thinking of positivity. Else you will never get there, because the power of the earth is the thinking. And that's why this is Majesty's School of Thinking. And the battle is between thinking. People call it thoughts. No, but it's thinking. Thoughts are something that happened before, yesterday, an hour ago. Those are my thoughts. What the battle is what you're thinking, present. So this is why people check out people, or shall we say, those who want to rule check out people to see what they are thinking. Some people check to gain knowledge from other people's thinking, but there are people who try to stop the thinking of some people because they have different ideas of what they want to achieve, and because what they're thinking is counter to what they would like to happen. So it's not a fair fight whereby people allow you to have your thinking as the Almighty created you. And this is the battle that African people are in. And the only way they can win this battle, they have to come out of the brainwashing they are being indoctrinated with, or continue to be indoctrinated with, from the days of colonialism and slavery. Now, our battle over the past 500 years has been mainly with Anglican and Catholic Europeans. And I will stay on this fact because that is the fact. Those are the facts. And just today, you was playing on the television African female doctor reasoning. Her name wasn't up all the time. So when I did see it, or when I did think of getting it, maybe they had one time, 2 times, and it doesn't last long. So by the time I get my pen and stuff and thing, it went off the screen, but she continued to speak. But I think her name was Dr. Karina. Well, I didn't get the second name, which is some African name, a long African name. Soluba, something, right? Anyway. But she was very emphatic in the way that she spoke. And what she was dealing with is the continued colonization, or the continuation of colonialism on the French West Africa, all those French colonies. And she was explaining, whether you believe it or not, this is what is going on today. She said it was going on in 2018 and will be going on still in 2019. Whereby, in granting independence to these African countries, the French made them to, or got them to, collectively to all sign a continued colonization program. I don't know what's the name it was under, but that's how I didn't hear from the beginning, you know. I caught it late. And there was a set of stipulations which they have to follow. First of all, dealing with the money that they would get from their yearly budget, right? Or trade, or, you know, GDP, whatever they want to call it. A certain portion must be invested and in the French financial system under the France's finance minister. And they would invest it in their Wall Street or whatever. And the interest or whatever that would come from it, that's what they would get. But they could only, whatever money they have in the French banking system, they can only get out 20% at a time or something like that. When I'm listening to this thing, it's like, this is 2019. Still have African people. Well, I heard people spoke about Haiti and how much they had to be paying France after they overthrew the French. And obviously, it's the same with all African countries wherever France withdrew and gave independence. It's not really independence. It's continued colonization, as the doctor said, a female doctor, African doctor. She was speaking and she was very emphatic and agitated in the way she spoke. Because obviously, this is so ridiculous to her. African females need to take a pattern and know that there's only one black nation. If you think you're in the European nation, well, go and join them. Forget the black man. Because we need plenty more examples like that. Well, don't talk about the men who would rather be with the Europeans. They can go. Because look, there's African female there setting an example. Of what should be mind-boggling to all Africans, male or female, that this is going on, and we're talking about the 21st century. We shouldn't even mention the war. We're not living in the 21st century. We're living in the 1800s. And she spoke of what is Africa's problem. And as far as she's concerned, Africa's problem is the Berlin Conference, which divided up Africa among the Europeans, and slavery, which was to continue, the Berlin Conference was to continue colonialism. This is what she said. The whole purpose of it. She said the Europeans were about to fight one another over their different possessions in Africa, and Germany called, I think she mentioned Bismarck, I came in late, who was a Führer or whatever they call it, a chancellor in Germany at that time. And he called this conference, and they agreed to divide up, and instead of fighting one another over different parts, in order to continue colonization in an orderly manner. So when I hear African people going and say they're going and get a degree and they're educated, and you come to rule the rest of Africans, can you make us prosper? So why would we need you? Can you take Africans out of this colonialism and slavery that this doctor is talking about? She got a doctorate, just like everybody else who think they're great because they get a doctorate. So, it was unbelievable for me to hear that. I had heard about Haiti. But she said, oh, and the other part is, another rule is that there must be a French base or regiment or whatever stationed in your country. I realize these things in certain countries in West Africa, but I never knew they had signed something. I know about our independence here, and then becoming republic, and what's going on in the Caribbean. Between several of them still are just independent, they're not republics. They're still under the Queen. But I know of them paying nothing. And they got a regiment in your land and all of that. So, there are people who don't like Africans to think a certain way. As far as they're concerned, Africans will be and must be perpetual slaves, servants, or domesticated animals, or something like that. So, this is why I keep telling you I belong to the Black Army, because nobody in domesticating I. No. Who is giving African people a thinking? Well, as long as you're not French, you're Catholic. You come upon the Catholic. And even in English countries, because they got together back, even though they were Anglican and Catholic was at war at one time, even in English-controlled places have Catholic church, just like Guyana. And you heard, when you heard about Mugabe's history, he came up, he grew up in a Catholic school. And there was another program that came up, where some people in Zimbabwe, I guess, were talking, youngsters, and speaking of Mugabe as a dictator. Other young Africans. So, who gives African people their thinking? This is why Majesty School of Thinking had to come. To teach African people how to think. That's the exact purpose. Because I realize African people need a school to teach them how to think. When I come here again, and what happened to African people here? What happened to black people? I only was away for 10 years straight, 87 to 97. And I wonder what happened to African people. So they mean all the time, no one teach them nothing. Oh, the African thinking was not maintained. Or maybe they ain't got nothing named to African thinking. Maybe I crazy or something. Well, that lady got crazy too. Because she sounds like somebody with African thinking. Stokely and Michael, he got to be crazy too. Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, Martin Luther King. All the people them, they got to be crazy just like me. Born them all crazy. Don't have Mugabe, he crazy. Kwame and Nkrumah. So we ain't gonna end up with nobody. Cause I want one sort of he crazy too. So something gotta be really, really, really wrong with black people. You hear what the lady said? Black people's problem is colonialism and slavery. Y'all look at the Greece. Any of y'all think y'all colonized still? You sure the degree ain't got you more colonized than even before? Because who tell y'all intelligent because y'all get a degree? People who are intelligent could raise the people like the Chinese. Well, if you can't raise you people, you intelligent. If you just living off of you people, you intelligent. If you ain't producing nothing for you people, you intelligent. Not in me African thinking. Now, if we get to this point again, Mugabe is a dictator. They said the same thing about Bonham, the dictator. Well, now we can go for really find out. Are Anglicans and Catholics dictators? More dictators than Africans? Yeah, why don't we check it? Is who put who in slavery and under colonialism? Bonham, Mugabe put them in slavery, and Kwame and Nkrumah, and the other one-party state man them, Kenneth Kaunda and them, them dictators there put. Who is more dictator? Victoria, we got the lack of there. Who is more dictator? We are them. How come nobody calling Anglicans and Catholic dictators? When all I see, and I mentioned last week, how come Anglicans and Catholics got to get what Anglican and Catholic want? Well, let me show you. And I are dealing with current topics to make you know exactly what I'm talking about. If Anglican and Catholics want black people to get locked up for marijuana, then black people got to get locked up for marijuana. And it can't change. If Anglican and Catholics want sexual orientation to be accepted, then you got to do that. Because Anglicans and Catholics got to get what Anglicans and Catholics want. They don't want Gaddafi there, Gaddafi got to go. They don't want Saddam there, Saddam got to go. They don't want the Taliban got to go. They don't want Assad, they hang on a little bit because the Russians give you strength. They didn't want Allende in Syria, well, he got to go. At one time, they've been saying Burnham got to go. Who's next? They wanted Castro to go a long time ago. So, Anglicans and Catholics got to get what Anglicans and Catholics want. Is that it? So if Anglican and Catholic don't want black people to get their rights, don't want Rasta to get their rights, then Rasta can't get their rights. So that's why they tell you plain. 400 million black men got to light fire anytime they attack us again. Now, why China got an army? Wait, they think somebody going to attack them or? Why Russia got an army? Wait, somebody planning to attack them? Why America got the, hold on, not America. Why Anglicans and Catholics got the biggest army? Like they know somebody about to attack them. Because they got the biggest army. So black man, you supposed to got an army? Oh yeah, nobody about to attack you. You is not attackable. You don't down at the bottom already. Nobody gonna attack you. Black man, that's when you just get attacked the most. Yeah, you know that? You know you can permanently get the bottom there? You leaders them with chatting finance, them can't help you. You people them with degree can't help you. They want to run money business. They want to ask all them people who get robbed, but they're counting the money. Bandit come in and stick them up. I'm going to ask them. So, money don't save your Rasta. The first order of life is security. Physical security. And then food security. If a baby ain't born in physical security, it's done with. If the mother is in a war zone, and bombs dropping, gunshot firing, I'm sorry for the baby. Then the Bible. Hope that you don't give birth in time of war or something like that, you have to flee. A baby is born in physical security. So, the most important thing is physical security. Black people born on slave ship, in dungeon, and on plantation. Not in security, in captivity. So, you got that sense. They ask Xi Jinping, why is China increasing its military budget by 10% every year? Xi Jinping said, this to the UNESCO at a conference in France. After we fought 2 opium wars, we were colonized and made slaves. I never hear anybody say that black people say they were slaves. First time I hear a Chinese say so. I know if it's 50 years or 100 years. I think it's 500 years though. Well, here I know what we're talking about, but as we said to them. And we can't afford to let that happen again. I guess black people could afford the intellectuals with the degrees. Are they going to waive the degree and the wicked one move off? China ain't waiving the degrees though. Neither North Korea, neither Russia. So African, how you coming out to this business with France and all these people that we're talking about? What the lady talking about? I should be crazy. I shouldn't even bother with she. Look another crazy man there on the board here. Marcus Messiah Garvey. Well, let me hear what Marcus say. I pray could I get some focus? I hope you could read it. Marcus Garvey saying here, the world is hell. That is the topic. And it's a little poem he has. The world is hell as man shows it. The creatures are of steel. To live is of superior wit. To fail is thus to feel. No smile is genuine, my friend. It's all a pleasing lie. Be ever ready to defend or shape your mind to die. There's Marcus Messiah Garvey, you know. You see, I listen to me great ancestors because it makes some serious sense. But when you go to good school, you don't get good knowledge. You know, they say easy lesson good for dunce. So a whole heap of black people want to stay dunce because this is the hard lesson just get here with Majesty, Marcus Garvey, Burnham, Mugabe, Kwame Nkrumah, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, Ivan Van Sortimo. I could go down a whole heap of names. Y'all don't want them kind of education. Y'all don't want them. Y'all want easy lesson. Well, Majesty music lesson is not easy lesson business. You know what Imperial Majesty said? Until the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior, until they are no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, especially the black one, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, until the basic human rights, black people can't even get out, are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. Until that day, the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, and the rule of international morality. Who is talking about though? Anglicans and Catholics, international morality? Will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued, but never attained. I could continue on until the ignoble and unhappy regime that told our brothers in Angola and Mozambique and South Africa. But things still going on. They still control the wealth. And so for the people with degrees, I want to deal with the system that we continue to accept and povertize our people because Anglican Catholic got to get what Anglican Catholic want. Because Anglican Catholic want that system in your country. You can't get no other system. Anglican Catholic don't want you to be socialist. Well, you can't be socialist. Mr. Hyde, take out all the socialists out of WRSM, Women's Revolutionary Socialist Movement, now National Congress of Women, NCW, and the Young Socialist Movement, the YSM, is now Youth and Student Movement. All the books on socialism, what Barnum had, reasoning. Anglican Catholic and wander, so you gotta get rid of them. So, Anglican Catholic want this system in. So that's what gotta be. The degree system, whereby you get Johannesburg salary. And the people, rest of people who doing all the work, get Soweto salary. As I explained to you, Johannesburg is a modern city built in South Africa for Europeans, Anglicans and Catholics. And Soweto is where you dump the Africans. So you could only live in Johannesburg if you got Johannesburg salary. And if you ain't got Johannesburg salary, well, of course, it's Soweto salary you gotta live. You gotta live there in them zinc house and things. Well, you're supposed to know about that because the famous Guyanese, who you should know, are one of the most famous Guyanese, who you should know, in the music industry. He sang the song, Give Me Hope, Joanna. It's Johannesburg he's talking about, you know. Give me hope, Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, till the morning come. Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, give me hope until the morning come. And then I think he called out several names of the places, the Transkei and, you know. And then he said, well, she makes some more people happy, but she don't care about the rest at all. She got a system they call apartheid, keeps a brother in a subjection. Maybe pressure will make Joanna see everybody could live as one. So give me hope, Joe. Well, I was told I can't sing it by the owner that what I have to sing is, give me hope, Guyana, give me hope. Guyana, give me hope. Guyana, till the morning come. Give me hope. Guyana, give me hope. Guyana, give me hope until the morning come. Well, we got the same Johannesburg Soweto business. And the Europeans make this thing called manual labor, right? Where all the people, they ain't giving degree to people with masonry, carpentry. They're supposed to get degrees in everything. You could get a degree in masonry, a degree in welding, a master's degree. So you know a man who got a master's degree in welding could weld ships that could sail on the ocean. Wait. We ain't got no science Guyana no more. Well, also we don't need degrees in masonry, degrees in welding, degrees in carpentry. We ain't building no luxury line, you know, because you got people with degrees to make a luxury line or luxurious, you know. But we ain't put them things there. We gonna buy everything, you know. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. So, they make this thing what they call manual labor. Operator, could you give me some focus? I want you to know these things. I know if you could get a rate, I hope so. Manual of or involving the hands done or operated by hand, involving or using physical strength or dexterity, manual labor. A compact handbook of instructions or directions. This was a manual, you know, like when you buy an equipment. A keyboard as of an organ, A systematic exercise in the handling of some military weapon. Well, you know it's got a manual for militaries and all of that, right? So manual means using your hand. Now the person writing and using the hand, so I really don't know. But you see, when you want to con people, they just do. Well, let me see what is labor. Labor, right? I hope you could see. You got a labor union at the top, an association of working men and women organized to protect and promote their common interests, especially in negotiations with management, with regard to wages, hours, working conditions, etc., a trade union. Right? Labour Party, Great Britain, a political party drawing its chief support from the working class and committed to socialistic reform. Could you believe it? White people step on socialism, you know though. So how come black people can't step on socialism? I tell you, white man gotta get what white man want. Anglican and Catholic, African people can't get what they want. Now let me look at this one now, so you can get clear on what's really going on. Now, I was telling you about Jules. You know, when I was talking about Mr. Vera, and he telling me how could a man who pays so much money in a university to get a degree get same wages like a man who emptying garbage. So I tell them, you have a degree, so maybe you're going to waive your degree and the garbage going to jump in the truck, or the log going to move, or the floor, all the tiles going to just lay down, so, and the cement going to lay down, and the tile going to lay down, and everything will just set in order when you wave this magic paper one. I want to wave it and let black people get plenty food and everything and plenty money in the pocket. But all the degrees, I ain't seen none of them waving about the place. One man, he can't find any degrees, I tell you. It's funny. Now, I tell you, I say, man, you got that degree there, but these people who doing, as you call it, manual labor, they got joules, energy. Well, let me find out what's joules now. Operator, because I don't talk stubbornness, no time at all. Joule, a unit of work or energy equal to 1 watt, acting for 1 second. James Prescott Joule, English physicist, 1818 to 1889. An English physicist named Joule brought up the theory to be used in physics, a physicist, which is based on mathematics, of measuring work. He called it joule, and he tell it to watt, right? And that's how from then on they start calling it joules of energy. So, you have to understand and overstand. All them joules black people get you, none of them had paper, but you get rich. Because I get the other 15, none of them get rich. Right? You get rich. Right? You get rich. Them ain't get rich because you robbed them. They were robbed by the dictators. Anglicans and Catholics. You know what's dictator? Yeah, Mugabe is a dictator. Born as a dictator. So come guys, he had chain around the neck. And had to go and beat them to go and work. It's only public servants. Now, Victoria was dictating all the time during slavery. Nobody calls her a dictator. And whoever come after her, and who was before her. So what's black people really? Black people is really a nothing people. That ain't got value. Like I said. During slavery, they can't let they escape. No, they got too much value. I pay how much money for these slaves. You mad? Run away? No. They can't go on. When the slaves now come out, they ain't got no value. You want a job, you gotta take 2 pence. And you gotta clean up this whole place, see, all these things here and do all this. So the white man use dollar now. That's why you could never trust an African with their money. That's why I trust Bonham. That's why they come for Johnny in 1985, because he burn money. Hey, all the other go to school for free. He burn money. He will land to the people, land to the tailor. The least, oh, they can pay about 5 cents. 5 cents a year. Price control, arrow and yam and everything was going to be penny and 3 cents and 4 cents and 5 cents. They mustn't sell for more than that. Y'all forget? Y'all didn't know what being going on. Remember, I was a little boy, but my brain never forget nothing. My memory long, so. So white man can't fool me and confuse me. I got too much knowledge in here. I remember. Thinking ability is the new world order. Read it in Proverbs 1, the first chapter ending thinking ability. So when you gather, you got it going on. That's what I think. When you're finished with this, watching this program, you must have the ability to think. That's why the Almighty give you your own brain, so people won't have to think for you. Anglicans and Catholics won't have to think for you. Any leader you got Anglican and Catholic thinking for them, your brain dead. So, that's where we at. We got jewels. You not got dollar when you got jewels. Jewels is bring you dollars. That's what jewels is bring you. That's why I left working Bornham time. I didn't know who's Bornham yet. It's just because I turned Rasta. I had nothing to do with Bornham. Just I turned Rasta, and I got a thing. Because now work just got me alive. And paper, money, and all them things. They don't got me alive. And I prove it till to this day. I never worked for salary till to this day. From 1979 to now. When me and NIS people come, they say, is this correct? Because we only have you for 5 years. That's all I work. I started 6. But they had 520 people. So, all them people got to get paid for the jewels. That's what I'm telling y'all. Black people strike permanently. Where I concern. Working for them kind of money? No. Work is work. Writing work is work. I do all the work. Writing work, physical work, it keep you healthy. I do all the work. Football is physical. So Mr. Vera don't think the people who playing football should get all the money when they get in, right? Go and tell them so. Go and tell them in England, you mustn't play those soccer players all that money. I'm going to tell them in America, you mustn't pay those basketball players all that money. They're doing physical work. They ain't got paper like me. You could follow up the arena. So how them ice skaters get their money? So how come the ballet dancers get their money? How come the orchestra players get their money? Mr. Vera, ain't got a white man got more sense more than me, no part of this earth. So don't even bother with the black ones. Because they ain't got more sense more than white man, they ain't got more sense more than me. I got a 360 degrees brain. By the time you tell me something, my brain is done spin the whole world and don't know what's going on all over and bring it to you and say, watch. 360 degrees. You go in there in a box, a square, it's a circle. There ain't no corners. So, how come all these people getting paid? Ice skaters. So, Bolt trying to get all the money. Because you're just running. That's all. I wonder how this thing has changed when it comes to black people. That's what you want to know. You can go Tchaikovsky and Vygotsky. And a man just paint a picture. And we name, you gotta get millions. The picture work millions. A black man ain't work nothing. Black people, you got sense? Yeah, they got no sense. Me leader got smarter than me. That's why I know. So that's what I'm saying. 2020, all black people gotta get more bright. 100 times more bright. I tell you, I 100 times more scholarly than when I went in school. And you have used to study there. School will make you, it's your brain. It's your application. So come to Majesty School of Thinking. And you're going to learn that we value more than I. We value more than oil, which is the number one commodity. You know, I saw they got black people, then they invented enough of them oil equipment. Because we did anything space, we did anything this, we did anything that. I remember read all the old list already, the patents there in America, real life. Imagine a black man think about traffic, like to control traffic worldwide. By the way, I have to recall this time that what I should have done before, I had to mention a youngster's name who watched the program because his mom in Boulder, and she mentioned that her son, not Sean, Shane, I think that's the right name, Shane of Campbellville. He and his mom watched the program, and she stopped me to tell me, yeah. So I was to give him a shout out. Respect every time. Intelligence is the power. His superior intelligence comes from the Almighty. It's called wisdom. That is superior intelligence. When you see things that many people do not see. And you get it from the Almighty. When your thoughts are pure and positive. I never think I got rob people to progress. I always think my brain could make I progress faster than the time I take to go looking to rob people. Because by the time I going to do like I got 40 ideas in my head. So, Shane and all the youngsters who in school, get your brethren them to look at it. You're going to help them with the thinking ability and knowledge of the world. Don't worry knowledge of Guyana. You got knowledge of the world. Guyana is included. Africa is included. Iceland included. China, Russia. You name it. Bolivia. Go to all the ends. So know the world. You need to have a map of the world in your house or a globe. Right? And your creativity can create anything. There is nothing named can't. And apparently the embassy is proving me right. I said they are not named can't in concern the renegotiating of the oil contract. They are not named can't. Else, I wouldn't need to say 400 million black men got like fire and I belong to the black army. Because I would know that black people can't go back in slavery. But they ain't got nothing them can't. They ain't got not in the almighty world. He make the world as a reality. Anything, it could be a reality. So you got to deal with it, with the own thing that could conquer it, wisdom. So, I think I have covered what I needed to do. Well, I didn't hear about what happened with the CCJ. I thought they said the 10th. Is the 10th of what? Oh, the 10th of May? Was it 10th of May? I don't know, one in my head was 10th of April, 10th to 12th of April. Was it 10th of May? I gotta check it back. I just know it was going there. Whenever it come. So I didn't hear anything else since then, so I guess it's still going on. Now, I have to give thanks to Save TV to give me a little more time. And you know, the PNC used to be a very revolutionary party of Africans. This is when the revolutionaries from the MPLA were in Guyana. Could I get some focus, operator? And you could tell me how much time I got? Yeah. So this is when they were here in Guyana. Let me give you, this is when they were at Congress Place, of course in the time of Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham, right? And they were saluting, right? Those are from the MPLA in Namibia. No, in Angola, right? Yeah, Liberation Army of Angola, the MPLA. You see, they got Afro young people, young revolutionaries. And this one shows you Dr. Teddy Jagan leaving that same podium after addressing those same freedom fighters in Congress Place. This is Dr. Jagan here in the middle, right? Leaving, right? This is what it says. Dr. Jagan, after addressing the mass liberation rally at Sophia. During his address, Dr. Jagan pledged his party support to the PNC to fight all forms of imperialism and to counter any attempt to topple the socialist PNC government. You see, Burnham and Jagan was together all the time, you know. The parasitic people who want to live off of Burnham and Jagan, they're the ones who will keep the separation going for their own aggrandizement. And that's why the book came out by Elvin McDavid and Mr. Halim Majid, who documented everything, and who were at the talks, where Burnham and Jagan came back together. And the greedy people got to stand back, who looking for oil money, because many countries are destroyed by oil. You know why? Because they're heading in order. And the people heading in order. And unless your people head in order, you're done destroyed already. That's why what happened under Mr. Jagdeo happened. Because they're just concerned about material wealth. They never was concerned about your people's mental state. And that's why I had to go on here in 2003 when the bodies fall in, trying to stabilize African people. But other people were leading them in the wrong direction against other African people who were police and soldiers, who were not our enemies, could never be. But talks and propaganda makes what seems unreal real, or what is unreal seem real, you know. So how is it now? We're still enemies? How come we were enemies then? Anyway, my time is at an end, right? But that's why I have to come in here, because I got to make sure that African people hear right. But I giving them up to 2020. There has to be a proper African council dealing with the government, right, on behalf of African people. Or we have to have, well, we have to have an African council. And possibly we need to have a Minister of African Affairs, just like how we have a Minister of Marine Affairs. So we ain't got looking around the place and wondering who to talk to, and everybody guessing who could have talked to. There is a man, you know who's the Minister of Marine Affairs, and you can know who's the Minister of African Affairs. Because you know me, I like things go straight. Just run your wrong business, it's not me, it's not for intelligent people. I too intelligent, that's why up to 2020, I gave this country. After then, I will not be around illiterate Africans who can't organize themselves. I don't spend 20 years back here. And at 2020, it's going to be 22. This I remember 24th. 22 means all things equal. 2 and 2. Total balance. That's why 2020 is total balance. And my 22 years here is total balance. So that's going to be it. So take off on a plane and go somewhere else, where more intelligent Africans who ain't got time for foolishness and they're upon personalities. Like if personality could do anything. Thanks to Safe TV. Thanks to Brother Dale. I'll see you in the next 2 weeks.